Yeah, we were trying hard, but Warren did as well as I did to hold him off, and it was brilliant.
Just wait for a couple more drivers and then we'll be good to go for this podium.
Just before that, I mentioned that Simon Hill wouldn't want to sit around in third for too long, and indeed, I've been proven correct, because whilst we were down getting an interview, he's progressed himself up to second place at the expense of Simon Verco, that blue car, the number 11, down to third by the time they navigate the left of Murray's and accelerate out the other side. It will still be pole sitter Henry Riley up front, but it's all changed behind him with a position gain for Simon Hill, the one car, and indeed a position gain now for James Colborne, who got great traction out of Murray's. He's here on Simon Verco as well, so he's looking for a second podium of the year.
Right, so we're going to get these podiums underway. So first off, we're going to go with GTA, and the winners of GTA continuing their progress. Car number 370, Jolt Racing, Rupert Williams and John Ingram. Congratulations, guys. I'm going to say it again because the internal tannoy announcement meant nobody down here could hear that. So at the top step it is Rupert Williams, John Ingram, 370, Jolt Racing winning GTA. And up the top they go with the trophies and the champagne and of course the Pirelli caps posing for the photographers. Big smiles as the clicking goes for all of the different photographers. Congratulations guys for GTA, well done. Next up is GTH. In third place in GTH, car number 86, James Townsend, and with her first podium, Leona Theobald. Brilliant work from the SVG team to get the clutch down here and the car repaired. So up they go onto the third step with the bronze trophies and the Pirelli caps. In second place in GTH, great fight in the early stages, and it is the number 10, Amara Warren and Rihanna O'Meara Hunt. The winners of GTH, car number 9, Matthew Higgins and Mikey Porter. Great patience, knowing that the gap was close enough that by the time the pit stop penalties were served, that they would have themselves out in, well, it was actually in second place, because let's not forget they had the Ginetta to battle with, but Mikey, at the wheel of the Fossetti Motorsport Aston Martin, managed to get himself up into the lead of that race. And the Pirelli caps, the trophies, the champagne, and as the photographs can be taken, quick update from you, Tom, on the race thus far.
Well, it's changed at the front. Simon Hill went for a move up the inside of Mr. Riley. However, contact between the two of them means that Riley's into the pits on this lap. Hill is out from Colborne and John Beale.
Thank you very much for that, Tom. Kind of keep it down. We just got the photographer. We've even got the Colborne photographs where the others were turfed off, and the Fossetti team were there for a few photographs. Congratulations to the top 3 in GTH. We now move our attention to GTC, and in third in GTC, car number 75, Doc Bush. Well done, Keith. The Parker Racing Run Porsche comes up onto the third step of the podium, gets that bronze trophy and the Pirelli cap. In second place in GTC, car number 2, Charlotte Gilbert and Tom Rawlins. A fantastic case of damage limitation after a very challenging first corner, and they made sure that they brought it home to keep the points turning on the championship table, both in GTC and of course with sights very firmly set on the outright title as well. Silver trophies for those guys. But the winner of GTC, it's the sister Top Cats racing car, number 3, Warren Gilbert and Fraser Fedwick. Good job again by Fraser. Warren knows riding that car at the best of times, and he's found one heck of a teammate. And Fenway. So up they go with the trophies and the caps. Tom, do you want to update us on the race?
James Colborn continues to make progress. Now in front of the field, having made a move on the number one of Simon Hill. Simon Burko's coming back at this as well, because the blue car has retaliated on John Beale to reclaim third position.
Congratulations to the GTC top 3 cars there. See what we're going to get when we get to the pit stop race. Of course, the grid for the sprint race is going to be set by the fastest lap in the first half. We now move to GTO, and in second place in GTO, car number 1, Paul Bailey and David Brabham. It might be a different car, but still able to find their way up onto the podium. Paul Bailey still hot off his championship victory last season, and he's determined to keep the points going. Wants to keep that number 1 on the car, I fear, for next year as well. Silver trophies and the Pirelli caps. The victors in GTO and the outright race victory, car number 6, Richard Neary, and the quicker driver, Ian Logie. Thankfully, I got the chuckle that I was hoping for there. That could have gone one or two ways. I forgot they were going to walk straight past me to the podium there. But congratulations there as they pick up the gold trophies and the Pirelli caps, and of course the champagne, and we'll see them do it all again in the sprint race a little bit later.
During that, Simon Hill has gone missing in the first sector of the lap. I've been trying to spot exactly where he is, although I can't see him on the cameras, and I can't see him at the back of the commentary box either. So, Simon Hill, the number 1 car, was at the front of the field. He's no longer at the front of the field. That's James Colborn from John Beale, from Simon Burko, and then up a spot into 4th now. It's a good drive thus far from Chris Webb. He started in 8th position, he's now running in 4th. He's got a bit of a gap ahead, about 1 second until he's on the back of the lead trio. That lead trio split by no more. Round to the right. Max Walsh around the top of the circuit, so up to the timing line they'll come once more. James Colborn is the man out front. He'll cut the beam first. Then second place is running John Beale. Third goes to Max Walsh. What a lap from Max Walsh that is. He was about 2 seconds off the lead when they disappeared from our view, potentially brought into it by some battling at the front. Suddenly, Walsh runs third, ahead of Simon Verco, and then Chris Webb in the 57 car. We now truly have a top 4, I think it's fair to say, separated by 2.2 seconds at the line for that top 4. We commented on Riley going missing and getting involved in contact at the early stages of the race. Well, the 29 car is still out there circulating and has made a move on that lap in order to get himself up into the top 10. He also set the fastest lap of the race at 2:16.584. They're already to the back of the circuit though. If you're in the lead quad, it is going to be James Colborn ahead of John Beale. John Beale, who's a touch defensive from Max Walsh. Max Walsh charging hard. Where did Max start? 7th on the grid for Max. Runs 3rd on the road. Simon Verco, every time it looks like he's going to come back up for a position, somebody else decides to come and have a go at him. Then, in reality, Henry Riley's not that far behind. He's on one side of the infield whilst the leading quartet is on the other side of the infield. 9 minutes and a half left in this race. The leaders at Williams accelerate their way onto the Bentley straight, try and make a little bit of progress. Now, who's going to get the best bit of slipstream? Who's going to get the best run out of the corner, almost more importantly, in these cars? And then get yourself set up. Colborn with a small breakaway. It's only 2 or 3 car lengths, but it's enough that he won't have to defend going into Brundle and in turn Nelson. Max Walsh is the one applying the pressure. Runs 3rd. Well, he puts his man on the stern. Right, so back in contention, running in 10th after that early In fact, as long as anybody other than Henry Riley wins, which would seem extremely likely,